Florida. Guys, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Congressman Gimenez, let's start with you. Ron DeSantis has put out some video, the state of Florida has, where the people who got onto those migrant flights that wound up in California recently, they all signed waivers. They said, oh, thank goodness we've arrived in California. And they said, we made it to California, thank God. And a woman asked the migrants in Spanish, did any of you feel that you were treated badly? And in unison, they said no. So what's going on with Gavin Newsom?
Politics as usual. Look, California is supposed to be a sanctuary state. They should open migrants with, welcome them with open arms. And I don't understand what the problem is. And you're right. There is documentation that says that those migrants did sign waivers. They were taken on either airplanes or pretty cool buses all the way to California. They were happy when they got there. So I don't think Gavin Newsom has a leg to stand on.
You know, I mentioned that video where everybody talked about how grateful they were to be in the Golden State. We actually have some of the video provided by the Division of Emergency Management for the state of Florida. Watch.
Ya llegamos a California, gracias a Dios, vale.
¿En un momento ustedes se sintieron que estaban no?
Trataron súper bien.
Sí. Sí, lo único que se sientan bien.
Thank you for my security.
Congressman Donalds, they seem very happy that they were in California.
Listen, California has always been advertising, like my colleagues say, he's always been advertising that they're a sanctuary state. But now they got problems. Now New York City's got problems. They're complaining now that they have to deal with the issues created by their crazy policy. But I don't hear Gavin Newsom or this sheriff in Texas talking about the fact that Joe Biden allows young girls to be raped in the journey to our southern border because of his reckless policy. I don't see them talking about the truckloads of people who have died from heat exhaustion, etc., when they're being trafficked in the United States, mind you. They don't complain about that, but they complain about how the problem they created has been dumped on their doorstep. Yeah. My advice to Gavin Newsom, go kick rocks and change your policy because it sucks for everybody. Don't be mad that you got to deal with it now.
I think you're right. It's all about politics. And speaking of politics, Mike Pence declared this morning in a video that was released he wants to be president. Chris Christie, the former governor of the great state of New Jersey, where I live, declared last night that he wants to be the president of the United States. Congressman Donalds, I know you're in the Trump camp. What do you make of so many Republicans now? I think there's a dozen who would like to be Joe Biden's replacement.
Well, first I'll say that we all realize, and obviously now do 12 members of our party realize, that Joe Biden's a terrible president, and the job is simple. He's got to be removed so the country can get back on track. Now, in terms of the primary process, I think it just favors Donald Trump. You have this many people running, but that's okay if people want to decide to put their hat in the ring. I will tell you this, Republican voters do want to make sure we have a strong nominee. I think that's President Trump. But at the end of the day, a crowded field does favor him. Let's be clear.
Okay, and Congressman Gimenez, so right now in the polls, Donald Trump is leading substantially, although the Ron DeSantis camp has put out an Axios, two Axios, some of their internal polling that shows that they're now within, I think, 10 points of each other in Iowa. Who would you say is the most formidable challenger to Donald Trump as of today?
I'd have to say it's the governor, Governor DeSantis. I think at this point, it's a two-person race. It's between Donald Trump, the former president, and Governor DeSantis. Everybody else is in single digits, and unless they break through somehow, I don't see it changing in any way, shape, or form. And I agree with my colleague. The more candidates there are, I think it favors Donald Trump.
Not too late, guys. Either of you want to declare this morning you're running for president? We've got live TV here.
Yeah,
Look, I'm going to back Carlos Gimenez and whatever he wants to do.
Hey, Byron, I was about to back you. I mean, so,